editor-in-chief of Lodging Magazine. I'm here today with World Cinema. I got Bob Grosz, President, David Goldstone, EVP Chief Sales Officer. I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the things you're doing at World Cinema and the event itself. Bob, why don't you talk a little bit about kind of the newest innovations from World Cinema?
Sure, yeah. World Cinema has been around for almost 50 years now. But in the last 5 years, we've really changed and pivoted towards the future, both with product expansion, expansion into the Wi-Fi space, the core networks, fiber networks, and other applications, and of course our core business, which has always been television, in-room entertainment, and all the dynamic stuff that's happening with content. So from a product standpoint, we've been making some moves. We've also made some moves with some key brands, brand relationships, and also from a geographic standpoint, we're expanding rapidly now internationally. So we've had our hands full.
Yeah, no doubt. David, you and Bob joined the company roughly 4 years ago, correct? And you know, have been kind of the catalyst behind, I guess, some of the changes. Maybe you can talk a little bit about kind of what's going on with the company.
Certainly. Well, the exciting news is obviously we purchased Hospitality Wi-Fi last year, which has taken us very heavily into the Wi-Fi business. We are the approved provider to IHG, Choice and Best Western. But in addition to that, so we now serve over 7,000 properties, almost 920,000 rooms. But the key behind that really is our service initiative, and Bob has really spearheaded our new service transformation, which we'll get into in a little bit. But you know, we like to say our competitors are technology companies that service or try and service their customers. We are the opposite. We are actually a service company that does technology. So we've flipped that on its side a little bit, and really our key differentiator is our service, and it's a tremendous initiative that we've undertaken. And I'll hand it back to Bob, because Bob's really been the driving force behind this transformation.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, this is a people business. Hospitality is a people business, but being of service to the hospitality space is also very people focused. We've been making investments in team members, bringing best of breed operators into the fold, making sure that they are in the right seats on the bus at the right time, all rowing in the same direction. We've also done some things with our tool sets. We've engaged ServiceNow as a ticketing platform, which also expands into customer portals, and also involves or allows us to engage our field technicians in a much deeper way. So we've been busy on the internal service aspect of our business, and it's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to serve the customers.
David, you mentioned international expansion before. I know you guys have picked up some accounts with some major hotel companies. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit on what's going on internationally.
Well, very much so. And in the last 3 months, we've made tremendous inroads. We've hired a very seasoned veteran out of the hospitality industry to spearhead our international expansion, Michael Bogosko, who was formerly based in Poland. He's now based in Boston. He is taking us hard and fast into the international markets that the brands are asking us to get into, but then doing things on our own initiative as well. Dubai is a key market for us. Saudi Arabia is going to be extremely busy with what's going on in the hospitality industry there, with just some of the key projects, Diriyah Gate and Neom, that we hope to be involved with. And then EMEA as well is a huge growth market where the brands are really expanding their footprint, and based on the trusted relationship we've had with them for, as Bob mentioned, almost 50 years, they are now looking at that trust to move us into the international market. But we are doing it very carefully. World Cinema has always moved very cautiously, thinking, to quote Bob, we'll measure twice and cut once. And that's exactly going to be our strategy in how we move the needle internationally. Because when we go into these markets, we have one shot and we're going to do it correctly.
Lastly, this is the inaugural hospitality show. What are you guys' thoughts and feedback on the first event?
Yeah, I think any event like this, it's all about context.
Yeah.
And that's attracting the right vendor sets, attracting the right customer types, making sure that those customers are the ones that everyone really wants to speak to. and this show's done a great job at that. I think I'd put this in the top tier of events that I've been to in my career in the hospitality space. It's been great.
I couldn't agree more. As the inaugural event, even overlapping as it has with high tech, which has been a little bit unfortunate, that won't happen going forward. But to Bob's point, the attendance, they've had the right people, and it's been terrific. Really, we've already signed up for next year.
Great, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.